Joining us now to explain what's meant by the panel pledge is Non-Executive Director and former Head of IBM Australia, Andrew Stevens.
Thank you very much, Lee, and good afternoon, everyone. Why the panel pledge? Well, the video tells the story, but the reality is our objective is to raise the voice of women so that we achieve a meaningful and significant improvement in gender balance at all internal and external speaking fora. I'd just like you to come with me on a brief journey. Can you imagine a world where women's and men's voices are heard equally when voices of authority are required? When diverse opinions and points of view are celebrated as contributing to the right path and the common good? When women and men are sought out equally to represent us, to challenge us, and to guide us. As you saw in the video, the panel pledge is aimed at putting us on the right path to that future. And hopefully it won't take us too long. It needs to apply in speaking events internally and externally. And you know what? Every leader, every panel participant in the four corners of our nation, and in fact the globe, can achieve this with very little training. 50-50 needs to be stipulated in 100% of cases. 100. The outcomes we've seen are undeniably better, and most importantly, and this is the secret sauce, is the 50-50, the panel pledge forces people to confront their personal role in contributing to gender inequality and to take personal responsibility for making change and doing something about it. Confront their personal role in gender inequality and do something about it. Together, we can achieve gender balance, and every speaking panel, if you imagine the speaking panels that this room will be involved in over the next month, and in your chain of command as well, I think you could get a feeling for how significant this really could be and how achievable this initiative is. The benefits go well beyond just improving the quality of the panel. By taking action, you'll not only be stimulating and balancing and developing better outcomes on the panel themselves, but you'll create a virtuous circle, which is encouraging more and more opportunities for women to speak, and in doing so will lead to a normalisation of women as authoritative figures and also providing greater experience for women in exactly those roles when currently their development opportunities are minimised and stunted. Our strong implementation of this pledge as male champions of change is not merely for us to keep ourselves honest and tick off one of our performance criterias, although we do hold ourselves very accountable to each other. It's consistent with our work alongside women to elevate the voice and perspective of women. So that's the panel pledge. Let me give you a personal story. Last week, I spoke on a very, very engaging panel. There were 2 women and 2 men. A woman was the chief operating officer, and another was the director of projects for a major listed company in Australia. And the other male participant was the senior vice president of a global company. A 50-50 panel. It was diverse, it was challenging, and yes, fortunately for the audience, we had some disagreements that kept everybody on the edge of their seats. However, 50-50 was not the original plan. Upon receiving my invitation, I inquired as to the gender balance, and it was 100% male. I replied that I would be very happy to participate on a gender balanced panel. That was my answer. And not long after, a 50-50 completely balanced panel was not only proposed, but configured. And so asking the question achieved the result. Without the panel pledge and its implementation, this panel would have conformed to the status quo. And as it was, the audience were enthralled by the diversity of experience and the points of view of this diverse panel. So in summary, the panel pledge is a simple concept. It is not hard to do. It is very effective, and I would ask you all to join us in making the panel pledge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Let me ask another sceptical question. There might be people here who say, well, it is hard to do because I work in a male-dominated field like mining or foreign policy or tech. It is hard to do.
It is hard to do, but the first question is to confront your own role in the process. And in doing so, please don't let this just be a figment of imagination. Make it a reality, because your team, your organisation and our nation actually will benefit handsomely if we all get together and make it the panel pledge. So thank you.
Andrew, thank you.